This is Corey. I'm from the southern part of Middle Tennessee. I've always lived around here. When I was in the 7th grade, the Heaven's Gate away team left and returned to the kingdom level above human. And it wasn't until 2006 I first watched the Last Call and the Planet Earth About to Be Recycled videos that were on YouTube. But I watched them both several times and just got really interested in what Doe was saying and what he was teaching and what the whole thing represented. In about 2008, the early part of 2008, I started studying more from Doe, from the book that was on the website, and so for the past 3.5 years, I've had the interest in what he was teaching, what it was all about, but my experience and how I come to believe and accept that what he was saying was true, and that Doe was who he says he was, is that back in about February of this year, I had been out of work for a few months and didn't have a ride and didn't have a job and didn't have any money because in 2008 there was a lot of job loss. I held on to my job through the end of 2009 and just kind of worked sporadically in 2010. But earlier this year I'd been out of work for a few months, and so I just sort of got myself into a discipline when I would go to sleep, or just laying in bed, closing my eyes and putting what Eckankar would say, the Tisratil, your inner eye, your mind's eye, right there between your eyes. You put that eye onto a master, an ascended master, Jesus, anyone, and you just visualize their image. And so you look to them and you pray to them, or you ask them things, or you tell them things. You have your conversation with the God-man that you're drawn to. And so I used Doe's image from how he looked in the Beyond Human videos, or how he looked in the Last Call, and I would just sort of contemplate on the job situation and just look to him to show me that he was real, to lead me somewhere where I can, get back on my feet and get back to work and stuff. So, like, similar to how someone would pray to Jesus for help, I looked to Doe for help, to show me that he was real, to, reach out and show that I have made contact with him. And so I did that for a couple of weeks. And that's what they do in Eckankar. They meditate on the image of the Mahanta, the living Eggmaster, which has been Sri Harold Klemp for the past 30 years. But that's a technique I got from them, and after just a couple of weeks, I was randomly called, just out of the blue, by a job that I had applied at months and months earlier and forgotten all about. Applied for the job on Career Builder, and it was with a company that just goes to people's houses and loads up their furniture and drives them to move them wherever it is they're going. And so that was a career change that I would have never really saw myself doing, because I used to work at the Opryland Hotel, which got flooded. That was the flood in Nashville that you might have heard about on the news. This gave me the opportunity to just go right around and just see the state of Tennessee, see Kentucky, see Ohio, and it seems to me that Doe brought this up at this point in time because this was when it was going to be most beneficial to me, because the job isn't so far away from most of the job. Most of your time on the clock is just spent riding in the truck, and so it's just turned out to be just an ideal job situation. And I believe that Doe brought it to me, and I accept his teachings as true. And so that's just sort of my testimony of how in contemplation or in the spirit world that it is real, and you can reach out mentally or telepathically, or inwardly, I guess maybe more like it, the temple within. You go to the temple within. But I looked to Doe when I needed some help, and in just a real short period of time, I feel like things turned around, and I feel like it was because I looked to him, and because I prayed to him and asked him. But as things have turned out, the job's turned out to be really good, and I just wanted to share this video. A little bit more about me. I play piano, I play bass, I play guitar. I play guitar in a group for the past 3 years called Year of the Dragon. We formed a little independent record label for ourselves and for our CD, and it is called Pale Horse Productions. Myself and the bass player kind of have an interest in the interpretation of the apocalypse and the four horsemen, and the story of the pale horse is fairly interesting. The kind of music we listen to and the kind of stuff we play, it's kind of older sounding stuff. We have a young lady that sings for us, so maybe we kind of sound like the Jefferson Airplane. We have that kind of 60s vibe, jammy sort of music like the Grateful Dead or Fish. And we listen to other like heavier 60s rock, Cream, Jimi Hendrix Experience. I mentioned all that to you guys since so I have a band, I have a little indie label. Just throwing that out there in case somewhere down the road our paths cross and we want to sort of join forces on some sort of music or film project. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say in this video, and I guess I will be talking to you later.